All right, g'day, hi, and welcome. Okay, so let me show you what I did here. I even broke out the honey goo. This stuff is amazing. It's expensive, but it is so good. Buy as much as you can afford. Sprayed the honey goo in that, so it's not all the, and then give it a quick shot in there, in that, and then I took my brush, grabbed some of the rust oil in there just to get it. So what'll happen is when it gets hot, it'll run down to the bottom and it'll coat the inside. But this winter, what I'm going to do, or whatever, is I'm going to get my oil coating gun. I'll even take this off if I have to, just like really shoot it in there good. If somebody would have done that to the tailgate after they bought it new, i.e. my uncle, this tailgate probably wouldn't be rusted out. You know what I mean? So just so you can see, like there's a seam, and there's a couple of seams in there, right? So you see there's some, it's like a foam or a rubber, whatever there. Where the seam is, you can see a little bit of rust on that seam too, right? So you got to get the oil in there. But other than that, it doesn't look too bad. I did the back side of this. Just add overkill. I just got to put a drop of anti-seize just on each where the self-tapping screws go. The rust on this is going to, that's the end of it, this thing rusting any further. We'll put it to you that way. Again, do something like this every week on your truck, just a little bit. Okay, but I have the day to kind of, Saturday, and I have all day to kind of mess around with this, but you get the idea. Let's recap what I've done so far. Okay, swept out the truck. Okay, I took my brush, I painted oil, body spray oil, this stuff. You can use whatever, doesn't matter. POR 15 for anybody who's going to ask. That's for the bottom of the truck. It's not meant for direct sunlight, but this stuff is like your body. For new and used vehicles, prevents rust, corrosion, non-drying, resistant severe weather conditions. Rain will dilute it after a while. So if you did it in, say, if you were going to do this for the winter, I'm just going to get out of the wind. If you were going to do this for a winter oil spray, which is what it is, I would say October, spray it. And if you can't really, you don't really want to redo it in the winter because of salt and everything. You don't want to oil over salt and stuff like that. In the spring, you go through the car wash, spend the money, get it detailed clean, get everything off, and then maybe spray it for the summer or the spring for the whole summer. And then, you know, in the fall, just add it all again. Now, for those of you who gravel guard, can you do this over gravel guard? That's the rubbery stuff. I would. I don't know if you can, if you're supposed to or not. The problem with the gravel guard is that if water gets in the gravel guard or in between the gravel guard and your steel, you got water sitting there. Kind of like, you know, think of the gravel guard like the bed liner, you know what I mean? So it's impervious until something gets behind it, and then that rusts you out. But if most vehicles will come with a gravel guard on it to begin with, I would oil spray over that every year. Just myself, but that's me. Maybe I'm going overkill on it. Maybe you know, it's completely pointless. But oil's oil. You know what I mean? You can't oxidize with oil on there, which means your rust that you have on there you get to keep, but you won't get new stuff. You know what I mean? That's the goal. So rust never sleeps, but maybe if you could give it to take a nap, you do okay. So anyway, I'm going to get this all back together, get that on, and again, make sure the back sides of these things are dry, completely dry before you put them on, and then go from there. And then that's done. Then I can go get the metal rack. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, see if that get my toolbox in there, which I got to grab the metal rack first. But like my buddy said, one of my buddies there, he said, oh, you got the big boy box on that. Yeah. Trust me, everybody has plans for this truck of mine because of that 8-foot box. I'm making a lot of new friends, guys. Anyway, I got to get this back together and I'll show you what I'm done.